William wanted to have children with the shark, so he actually offered his right arm to the shark. From that day on, the shark became addicted to the taste of human flesh, and refused to eat anything else. William had no choice but to dig up corpses from the ground to feed the shark, but the number of corpses was limited, so he began to capture old people and children, killing them and feeding them to the shark. Slowly, the entire village was killed off, but William needed more people, so he became a boatman, killing those who passed by and wanted to ride the boat. Interestingly, there was no one rowing the boat, yet it moved forward on its own. Port stuck his head out to check what was happening, and was shocked to discover that it was two fat sharks pulling the boat. The people on the boat were terrified when they realized this. The timid Luca immediately grabbed a knife, trying to threaten William, and demand that he command the sharks to turn the boat around. But the boat had already reached the middle of the lake and couldn't go back. William blew a whistle, signaling the sharks that it was feeding time. A series of screams ended, and the sharks began attacking another boat. One by one, the people on the boat became shark food. Afraid, Luca quickly started to resist, but was bitten by the suddenly leaping shark. William stepped on the shark's head and left, telling another shark to watch over the remaining humans, keeping an eye on all their actions. The people on the boat wanted to find a chance to row away, but they were warned by the shark. Luca knew the situation was critical, but he had no idea how to get out of it. Suddenly, Port said he had an idea. He wanted to act as bait. After tying a rope around himself, he jumped directly into the water. The sharks quickly chased after him. Port realized he had successfully attracted the sharks, and urgently sent a message to the people on the boat, telling them to pull him up. However, the sharks were faster than expected, but Port quickly came up with a plan, stepping on the shark's head to save his life. Meanwhile, the people on the boat waited, and they used knives to stab the shark's heart. They managed to kill one shark. However, they were not truly safe yet. The sun was about to set, and William would return with another shark. When William returned, he saw the bloodstains in the lake, and he had a bad feeling. Following the blood trail, he was shocked to find that this was a trap set by Luca. To avenge his fallen comrades. But Port, feeling soft-hearted, actually begged for William's life. In the end, William survived, but Luca demanded that Port tell him the location of his father's hidden treasure. Otherwise, they would be killed. Even under this threat, Port didn't tell Luca. This treasure was the only thing left by his parents. Luca then stripped Port of her clothes, trying to see if the clue was hidden on her body. Suddenly, he discovered a secret. Port was actually a girl. With the flames lighting up, a map appeared on her back. Port initially tried to hide it, but Luca saw it anyway. He then placed Port's back near the fire, and slowly, the full map was revealed. Now that Luca had the map, Port had lost her usefulness. Afraid she might interfere, Luca tied Port to a tree. Port almost lost her life. William, unwilling to let his shark die in vain, wanted Luca to pay the price. He had another shark eat the dead shark's body, and slowly, the shark's body began to change drastically. It no longer needed to use gills to breathe, and it turned around to attack Port. Port tried to escape, but she couldn't. She closed her eyes, waiting for death to come. Luckily, the shark missed and bit the tree instead, breaking the rope. This allowed Port to escape, but the next second, she was hit by the shark's tail. She thought she was going to die right there, but unexpectedly, Mark appeared suddenly, and drove the shark away. Before they could say anything, the shark launched another attack.